A not so frequent, yet pretty consistent reply that I'll get on YouTube is from the golfer that says, oh, no, there's no power in your swing because in order to create power, you must create a full shoulder turn and shift your weight. And you know what? That golfer is right. In order for them to create power, they must make a full shoulder turn and shift their weight. And that's because they're starting from the traditional setup position, which I consider to be a dead setup position. There is no preset, there is no action in that setup. It's just a starting point. I've mentioned it before. It's like the sprinter that's starting on the starting line by standing up. The swing that I teach is completely different. It's the sprinter in a sprinter stance. So I totally understand why that golfer would think that they couldn't possibly create power by staying still. It's because they're not in the same setup position that I am, so they can't possibly have the same insight. So the traditional setup position, right? They start you with your shoulders, your hips, and your knees and your feet all level. And that's a starting point, but it is not instigating any kind of movement throughout the swing. So guess what? You know what you have to do? You have to shift your weight and turn your shoulders in order to get into some position that might become beneficial. And so what I do in my swing is I just preset the movement so I don't have to go through that variable. I remove those variables, and in fact, because I stay still, I get the club to work in a circular path, and that creates a remarkable amount of power. So I'm able to create as much or more power than the guy who's rotating his shoulders and shifting his weight. And then the power becomes a philosophical term because I can do it more because it's easier for me to execute the swing than it is for somebody that's dealing with a bunch of movements and variables. So I say to you, if you don't believe that this swing will create power, cool, I totally get it. And if you want to continue playing the game where you have to shift your weight, you have to rotate your shoulders, you have to rely upon rhythm, tempo, and timing to have a fleeting skill, cool, go ahead and do it. I'm talking to people that are tired of that. I'm talking to people that are looking for something better, that know they can do better, that know they've put in too much time into this lovely game to not already be better. And that all comes down to this simple thing. I found something 25 years ago where you don't have to shift weight and you don't have to rotate your shoulders during the swing in order to create power. You can do it all in the setup, and the shifting of weight doesn't go to your trail side. It goes to your forward side. And then you set your shoulders closed, and from there, you preset movements that create a very efficient, high quality, and repeatable swing.